Motherfucker, with the siege tower. And the peculiar thing is this, my friends, the OP help siege civ we picked first would actually just be given to Steve on flank. This is just a tribute, you gotta believe me, and I wish you were there. It's just a matter of opinion. Oh, good God, you'll think that we cheated when you win the flanks are defeated. Oh yeah, when we're invading, you'll be dead before you start trading. Alright. Alright.
We lost 2 raids against us. And, oh, that's painful.
It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, age is coming home,
And I think
it's
now
coming home,
Horst
it's
shoots down
coming home, it's coming, age is coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, age is coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, age is coming home, it's coming home. Everyone seems to know the score. They've seen it in the corner of their screens. They're so sure that Nev is gonna throw it away, gonna blow it away. But I know we can play, 'cause I remember 3 lines on a test. Nev the MVPing 1 long year of hurt. Never stopped him dreaming. So many jokes, so many sneers, and all those cavaliers weigh you down through the years. But I still see Tats, Micro some more, Huggy getting top score, Satsy booming with walls, and Boo defeated 3 lines on a task. Satsuma's house still streaming 30 elo worse than Joey, are you kidding?
Holy, what are you doing? Nice. What a boom, Bogatarian.
The legendary Bulgarian archer against Paladin.
Pizza coming home. Go play Sidekick.
I know that was that, but it could be again. It's coming home, it's coming, age is coming home. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, age is coming home. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, age is coming home. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, age is coming home. It's coming home. 3 lines on its own. It's coming. Nitro world still cleaning. It's coming home. 30 spears and scum. It's coming. Nature's stopped him dreaming. It's coming home. 3 lines on its own. It's coming. Ages coming. Go gleaming. It's coming home. 30 bells at work. It's coming. Nature's coming. Believing. It's coming home. 3 lines on its own. It's coming. Its picture's very creepy. It's coming. Our logo's very cold. It's coming. Righteous fever dreaming.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have the joint first set of the GB auction tournament, and this is a tournament new of its kind in the GB Discord, where teams were decided through an auction process. So our tournament coordinator Nephthys awarded the managers of the teams 200 frog chips, which they then use to bid for players. These managers do not play in this tournament. They coordinate strategies with their teams. So we've got managers all the way up to 2K4 players like Emu and legends of the game like Fangita, to people who don't even have an AoE2 Insights account, like Amy, for instance. So this is a great idea for a tournament, and I'm enjoying it already, even though not a single game of the tournament has been played. Thanks to everyone who has joined. We're in the draft at the moment. 3 maps are Vanguard, Coaster Mountain, and Cape of Storms. Looking at what's going on so far, lots of powerhouse civs banned out. Certainly, we know how much Robo loves his Berbers and his Camel Archers, and it's possible that Team Liam did their homework on that. So they've gone. Persians has gone strong, probably on all 3 of the maps, honestly. But town centre drop strategies, I guess, potential on Cape of Storms and Vanguard. Obviously can play in other ways as well, but it's not something that you want to factor in. So yeah, definitely powerhouse civs in general being banned. Haven't gone for the sort of decision to, ban awkward civs rather than powerful civs, your goths, your humans and what have you. So we'll see maybe a lower power set potentially, although it is only play all 3. So you'd expect the 24 civs that managed to be found here to still be in the upper tiers for the map that they are playing on. We have Chinese Maya Magyars at the start out of Team Emu, Lithuanians, Japanese out of Team Liam, and it seems that that to me tells me that Team Liam really want to win Cape of Storms. That's their home map. They've picked a couple of top hybrid civs to play that home map. I would expect Lithuanians and Japanese to drop into their Cape of Storms, their home map. But, I mean, relatively playable anywhere, honestly. Taking Gajara's third. Gajara's in popularity have seen a little bit of a resurgence. Feel like they kind of fell off the wagon a little bit after being initially very overpowered when they came out. But King of the Desert definitely saw a resurgence in popularity. and they're being picked third by Team Emu here. Team Liam here. I imagine that's Coaster Mountain, where you probably want a camel sieve, I would guess. There's big distance between the teams from one side of the map to the other, so mobility reigns, and in maps where mobility reigns, Gujaris and Hindustanis tend to be pretty high picks, so that makes sense to me. Huns coming out, presumably another coast to mountain civilization with their Hunnic horse. My favourite civilization, the Shu. I feel that's probably Vanguard, but we'll see. Bengalis coming out. Interesting to see where they'll be played. Feels like they could play at the back of the Cape of Storms stack. I know that Robo really likes his elephant archers, and if Cape of Storms starts to play a bit like Adriatic Islands, I mean, it might not. It's a bit more open than that, but if it does, then Bengalis at the back there might be quite nice. We'll see how that goes. Vietnamese going pretty late in the draft. I'm honestly, at the moment, I am liking Team Liam's draft a little bit more. Frank's coming out. It's pretty nice for, I imagine, for Vanguard. But I think there's lots of berries on the altered coast mountain, isn't there? I think, or did the berries get removed? I can't remember. The berries either got removed or added for Coaster Mountain, and I can't remember which. So Franks are either very good in that respect or not so good to be played elsewhere. Jurchins, so FC Grenadiers or Fire Lancers or Steppies or something. Be interesting to see what they can do. Ooh. Thanks, Emu. That's my bad. I was kind of rushing to get the stream set up, and I did it kind of partially from memory. Yeah, apologies to PB and Jam. Vikings for Team Emu feels like a kind of front pick on Cape of Storms, maybe, or like an archer pick on Cape of Storms. Missing Thumb Ring, I think that the cheaper dock, might mean that they can play a role. Nah, maybe they're front. I think they're probably front Cape of Storms, just to give the team that dock bonus. There for the team bonus rather than their sort of individual prowess, I would suppose. and the Taters. I think the Cape of Storms maybe has a few hills. As I remember, it has hills on the water. So I don't know if the Taters are there to take advantage of that. Byzantines, William. I think everyone's hoping that we see someone get defeated. It can be Masty. It can be someone else. I don't really mind. A defeat would be fun. And then Inca rounding things off for Team Emu. Right. Move tab to new window. Right, I wonder who I should search for the lobby. They probably won't have set one up just yet. Don't think anyone's that keen. I think while we're setting up, maybe we'll have ourselves some tribute.
This is the greatest Rage Forest team song in the world. Tribute. A few weeks ago, I found my brother Hopsy here. Out there grinding lonesome, Arabia 1v1s. When all of a sudden, he spied a running hot dogs. Fish booming in a pond. And he said, make the best Rage Forest team, and I'll buy you ruddles. And Hopsy'd never pass on a chance to beat Joey. And so he said, okay. So he drafted Steve, Valentini, and Lee, who just so happened to be the best team in the world. We're the best team in the world. Looking at our flanks, and it's easy to see that we don't produce out of our TCs deliberately. Our pockets boom 100,000 years or so. If we boom so fine, what a sick ego, and we'll make SO. Needless to say, U-League was stunned. Alfred didn't think we'd take a game, but we took game one. He asked us, be you latest? And we said nay. We are but Phil's box. This is not the greatest team in the world, no. This is just a tribute. We don't need NG when we've got BCD and Steve and bylaws. This is a tribute. Oh, we're the greatest team in the world, alright. We're the greatest team in the world, alright. Yeah, we're the best motherfucker, we're the greatest team in the world, alright. Did a freaky goo, did a freaky goo, freaky goo, did a freaky goo, motherfucker with a siege tower. And the peculiar thing is this, my friends. The OP Help Siege Civ we picked first would actually just be given to Steve on Flack. This is just a tribute. You gotta believe me, and I wish you were there. It's just a matter of opinion. Oh, good God, you'll think that we cheated when you win the flanks undefeated. Oh yeah, when we're invading, you'll be dead before you start trading. Alright. Oh.
All right, indeed. So we have a lobby. In the lobby so far are 3 of Team Emu. No, all of Team Emu, actually. It looks like we are not seeing Joey for the first game. So PB and Jam is in. Zane and Masty in from Team Liam so far, which is no surprise. The 2 highest rated players on Team Liam. So just waiting for the 2 final players from Team Liam to join. Let's see what we think they're playing. So this is Vanguard. I think that we will see Shu. I think we will see... We might see Vietnamese here, but I'm not completely sure. That could be... No, actually, I think we'll see Khmer. And then I think we'll see Jurchens. And I think we might see Romans. I could be totally off on that. Let's check the lobby. They're not all there yet. Let's come back. I think for Team Mu, I think I would expect Magyars. I think I would expect Maya. I think I'd expect Inca. And I think I'd expect Frank. Yeah, I think I'm reasonably happy with that. Not having thought perfectly about it. But let me know in the chat if you disagree. Boo thinks Slavs are not Magyar. Okay. And Boo, I think again has 3 of my 4. Yeah, he has Biz instead of Romans. Okay. Okay. I'm going to leave mine up there for the moment. I think with a couple of maps to go where fire galleys could be possible, Biz might have been picked for fires rather than spear skirm, but I do understand the point of view. Did the draft take 27 minutes? I don't think that the draft started at exactly 7. I think the delay has actually been getting the lobby together after the draft, so I think that not all of the teams were there for all of the draft, is what I would guess. I think some are just arriving now. We do now have a full lobby, so hopefully we will be starting very, very soon. Welcome, CD. Welcome, Boo. Welcome, Ronnie. Thanks for the first message. Appreciate it. I'm excited to watch this. Sit back with my Peroni, which is already half drunk. Casamari too. We've got no disappointed invader, by the way. So probably isn't awake yet, I would imagine. Not sure whereabouts in Os disappointed invader lives, but it's very early for them. So suspect if he's playing at all, he might be coming to join for game 2 or game 3. Watching from the sidelines or sleeping from the sidelines, at least for game number 1. Okay, we're going. Okay, welcome to the very first game of GB Auction. We've got Vanguard, Liam's team versus Emu's team. At the front, oh yeah, I need to change this. That's the one people like to see, I think. At the front, we've got Zane playing as the Gajaras. We've got Sully as the Shoe for Team Liam. And at the front, we've got PB and Jam as the Maya for Team Emu, and Pete playing as the Inca. So Maya and Inca, I think, correctly called, but potentially obviously called for the Vanguard flanks on that side. Gajaras, I must admit, I had not expected to see here. So interested to see what the rationale ends up being there. We've got a sheep contribution from SimTom to Zane here. More sheep being sent over by the Khmer player. At the back, we have got Sim as the Khmer, Masty as the Jurchens. So I think I called 3 out of the 4 civs correctly here. And then Satsuma as the Slav, so B was right on that, and Robo as the Magyars. So I think both B and I calling 3 of the 4 for them as well. Nothing seems to have happened just yet. There are neutral Mouflon on this map, so the scouts tend to just push those. And I think that certainly with the teams not having played the maps a whole bunch, going forward to lane might be a little bit of a risk. Like, you probably have a decent idea of where the TCs are, but safer thing to do is to push the deer, and that's what the players seem to be doing here. It's going to be interesting that this Gajara mill is so far forward for Zane, and there's not exactly like, nice tree lines that you can wall this off with here. It's probably we're going to see his production buildings there to protect. You can see he's started with his houses over on the left, which maybe means his production buildings are going on the right. Getting towards the time that players would maybe think about clicking up if they're going super fast. So we'll see when and if the looms sort of start to come in here. Let's make sure we're up at live time. Yeah, so we see some pretty fast clicks. So Zane's up, Masty's up, Sim's up. Sully just a little bit behind. Sully is the, I think, the lowest ranked player on Team Liam, so I think that this is maybe just a slight build order screw up rather than something deliberate. And you can see that neither of the flanks have gone to the neutral gold. Neither Sully nor Zane have opted for that. So that's potentially Spear Skirm play coming out of the flank. Whereas on Team Robo, we've got both flanks, as you might expect, with them being Meso Civs. The Maya and the Inca players have both gone over to start taking some gold, dropping mining camps. So this is quite nice. We've got like opposing strategies coming here. The strategy of don't take the gold because it's visible and vulnerable from Team Liam versus, just play it normal, open map, scout archer from the side of Team Emu. Yeah, so we've got range coming up from Pete. Barrack's a little bit late for PB and Jam. I think that we'll see. Oh, and he's housed as well, which isn't. Oh no, he's not. He's not housed. And then we've got a stable coming out of the Gajara player. Oh, yikers! This is not something that I expected. And it's double range out of Sully, and he has gone to gold, but he's just gone there late. So, yeah. So his second up building was a mill, which he's now not using. So I think maybe like there's some optimization that could be done here, but like he needs the mill at some point, right? So you know what, fair enough. Why are we not douching on this map? I don't know, Dan, to be honest. Persians were banned is maybe one of the reasons, for starters, but I don't know. There's like quite a lot of visible stuff on this map, might be a sensible answer to that. Yeah, I guess it's possible to see the Vils coming forward if they run in a certain direction. But yeah, don't know. I guess you never take out gold plus TC, do you? You always just take out TC. Or TC plus woodline or something. Which I guess is pretty damaging. So scouts are forward from Sim. They've been chased down reasonably effectively by Robo and PB and Jam on one side. Meanwhile, we've got Zane coming forward to pressure the gold and is going to catch out some PB and Jam villages here. There's Camel Scout there too. And we've got Masty Scouts coming over. This could be a bit of damage here. But Robo Scouts and Satsuma Scouts are there to defend. The presence of that Camel Scout, I think, is going to be a problem in the defense, though. And the numbers are decently on the side of Team Liam as well. Though that's not a great fight for Masty to take. Loses one Scout, doesn't manage to kill the spear. Pete's archers have come over defensively as well. And it looks like Team Emu will hold that gold. And Zane runs away. Pete's archers just staying at home for the moment, is grouping up with Robo at home, and they might move forward together here. Significantly more archers for Pete than for Sully. Sully was up slightly later. But he has grouped up with Sim, and he has grouped up with Zane. Might be able to keep himself safe here. This is difficult to cast. Lots of armies all on one screen. But we are potentially going to see a big engagement. It doesn't look like Team Liam wants to take it, and they do back off. Nice use of the scouts there to help keep Sully's archers safe. In the meantime, there are some scouts of Satsuma in the back of Masty's base, but Masty's pretty well defended here. Lots of farms, everything's sort of funneled in towards the town centre. And Masty's forward, actually, and Masty's going to find some more damage potentially on the gold of PB and Jam. PB and Jam only on 25 villages here, and Pete only on 26, so the flank struggling here on the side of Team Emu to keep themselves safe. And Pete's been caught out. Robo went home to defend, and 3 armies collapse on Pete. This is not looking good for Team Emu. A very strong start for Team Liam on this first map. All of Pete's archers go down, and we have a 14 economy lead for Team Liam. Army numbers looking relatively similar, but Team Emu have a lot to do on the catch-up here, and PB and Jam, I'm not sure he's patrolling his army here. I'd be a bit nervous. You can get to the hill, he's probably safe enough, but I think that's all of the armies of the Cold Colour team on the screen, and him and Robo are going to have to do a bit of dirty dancing to get out of this one, and I think that this is just going to be a full clear up as Masty and Sim and Zane all dive. 3 scout players for Team Liam on this map, which seems to be a deliberate strategic choice against only 2 on the side of Team Emu. And at the moment, that strategy of 3 players playing scouts seems to be paying off. Possible to know where to look. Zane looking for damage in Satsuma's base, but Satsuma's able to defend it reasonably well. That spear will be important for them for winning this fight, though. Looks like Zane and Masty are going to get away. Just keeping momentum on their side here. Zane has got bloodlines, which probably means he's going to stay in field for a little bit. Forging coming in as well. Lots of scouts on the field for Zane. Does he have a second? Yes, 2 stables as well. So this is like full scout play. We're looking at 11 blue scouts, almost with full upgrades on our screens at the moment. I think that Team Emu are going to find it difficult to engage with this. We've got some archers from Sully coming in support as well. And scouts from Sim coming too. And their target is the gold. I think that Team Emu need a tower here yesterday. And we do have a Castle Age click as well from Sim. That Khmer farming coming in clutch. And we do have towers being added by Pete and by PB and Jam. To try and keep themselves safe here, but Pete's archers are being dived on by these fully upgraded scouts. Satsuma's coming in to provide a little bit of a meat shield. PB and Jam coming over as well. Actually, Team Robo look like they might have cleaned this up. Just the amount of DPS units that they've managed to keep on the field has allowed them to take a decent fight there. And actually, those units are going to scale a lot better into Castle Age. So even though they're behind, if they can keep these archers alive by the time their players get to Castle Age, which, I mean, who knows when that will be, to be honest, because they've taken a lot of damage, then they might be fine. But certainly, with 2 players on the way to Castle Age for Team Liam, Team Liam is very much in control of this first game. Pete not fully walled here, and I think that Zane, with the number of upgrades that he has, will consider running in here. So that wood line is open, and Pete could lose a lot, although patrols into a house, which gives Pete a bit of time to prepare. That palisade wall did not get hit. Ooh. Think that Zane was maybe distracted elsewhere, probably here. And Pete's spared blushes a little bit. But this gold of Sully's is coming under a lot of pressure by Robo and by 2 lots of archer players. This needs to be cleaned up or Sully's in a lot of bother. And he's about to get to Castle Age. That tower's too late. All those vills will die. Maybe. I think they will. They will. Pete's microing his army, so all those hills will die. Oh, that is a huge loss. The archer player for Team Emu down to only 29 villages. And it looks like Scout Archer is, after a ropey start, potentially going to be winning the day here. Though, yeah, a couple of knights might do okay. Pete has a lot of archers, but of course in feudal, so only fletching. Sully is going to come over. That will get cleared, I think. Yeah, Sully now has crossbow. I mean, Sully's done well despite taking losses to have a massive archers to upgrade to crossbow. He's just going to have to send everything to wood gold and just wing it a little bit, to be honest. Has got some villagers back on gold now. And Satsuma's scouts run into a bit of a pickle there. Though no damage done yet with the earlier Castle Ages, I would say, as we see a Baguetti double bit axe coming in from Pete. Halfway up to Castle Age. Here, that's a lot of knights from Sim. And Sim does have chain barding as well. So this is going to be tough. And PB and Jam is open at the back. He's got a call from his team, I think, or he saw it. He is getting that walled up now. A bit more urgency might be required. Robo's distracting with light cav. Need to get back to the tower. PB, I think. Oh, no. No, this fight's actually gone a bit better than I thought it would. And Sim backs off. All those archers are going to go down now. Yeah, I think he needed to be under his tower. Oh dear, that's a big loss. And he's just clicked up to Castle Age with... I mean, he'll have nothing to show for it when he gets to Castle Age. In the meantime, town centre's going up on the gold spots. There's a town centre for Zane. There's a town centre for Masty. There's a town centre for Robo. Sim's scout still sniffing around, though. And these guys are dangerous. Robo desperately quick walling at home, but I think that Zane will keep this open long enough for Sim to come in. And Liam's team has momentum again. Pete's got a big group of archers. They are just patrolling at home. I think that they're going to try and engage with Sully's mass here. And Sully will get caught out. Sully doesn't see this. He's not patrolling. Decent split. But I don't know if he's getting away from this, to be honest. Yeah. Pete's just going to methodically micro them down. And move forward. That's a scary crossbow army because... Liam's team does not have that DPS. Only Sully's on archers. He's only got 10. They could do damage, but damage is being taken at home by Team Emu. There's light cav everywhere. There's knights everywhere. Pete's struggling to keep himself safe. And big eco lead now for Team Liam. Even with Sully having taken all of those losses, Satsuma's been taking a lot of losses as well. He's really struggling here. Down to only 35 villagers. Pete 38. PB and J 41. It's only Robo whose eco is looking, you know, decent on 59 here. Meanwhile, Zane having one of the games of his life. 70 Vils did loads of damage early doors with his scouts. He's got 16 to 2 eco KD. And Masty's eco KD 50 to 5. 50 eco units killed by Masty. And GG's called. I think I missed lots of the eco KD from Masty, but I assume it was Steppies that did it, and I assume they did it to Satsuma. But wow, lot to look at there. And Team Liam takes the first game 1-0 to them. So let's go back and see if we can look at some stuff. Got that wrong. Was that one? Yeah, so 2 of the top 3 used by Team Teamu as well. So tough loss for them to take. Yeah, welcome Liam. Yeah, let's freaking go indeed. Let's freaking go. So I assume we'll be going to Team Emu's home map next, which is Coast Mountain. No lobby just yet. Let's see if we can guesstimate what civs they will be. I feel like this must just be a map where Chinese are really good, mustn't it? Just feels that way. And I think we see Hindustanis. And I think we see that. Yeah, I'm not completely sure, but I think that's right. Then I think that we see this. Oh, clicked that wrong. I think we see that, and it's probably this. There is a lobby. Robo, Satsuma, PB, and Jam are in it. Is Coast to Mountain that they are going to be playing. So going for the home map. What's interesting about this is that the managers actually ranked the teams in order of which they were most to least afraid of. That determined seeding for the groups, and Team Emu actually came out on top of that. The top seeded team for this tournament after the manager rankings. But down again. Down the first game in this tournament. So, yeah. Turn up for the books, potentially. Boo's claiming Boostradamus here. This is a very even matchup. Well, that's why you're all here. That's why you're all watching. some highly contested, even Age of Empires 2. All but one player in the lobby at the moment. Looks like we're just missing Zane. Oh no, I think that people just had Tribute playing all the way through that. My bad. They're all in, just not started. Imagine we'll be going soon. Zane's been in for at least a minute. We're going. Okay, folks. So this is Coaster Mountain. There are fixed positions on the starting point, so you can see that the 1-2 flanks have ended up at the top here. I believe that that's the way that it always goes. So Masty and Robo putting themselves up in potentially those more boomy positions. Robo's actually taken the Bengalis here, which is interesting. I had thought that they would be saved for Coaster Mountain, but certainly can do some stuff here. I'm wondering if we see Ratha, because I don't think that you play Bengalis on this map if you're not planning on going for Ratha. In the meantime, maybe we will see the power of the Chinese start down here for PB and Jam. So we may as well go have a look at the idle time. And there has been some 25 seconds so far, so maybe that Chinese start not coming in as clutch as it sometimes can do. And I think with the pain of that Chinese start, he is going to wander past an elephant here on the way to pick up this slightly more further afield elephant. But maybe that's part of the plan. Who knows? We've got some ducks as well. So Pete, as the Portuguese, was able to get a very quick fishing ship out. Can see that actually all the other players apart from Satsuma have docked. So Robo walked Deville all the way down here to place a dock as the Bengalis, which is, is interesting. Masty has not done that. Didn't want to spend that villager walk time. So we've only got Sim and Zane down on the water. So 3 against 2 in favour of Team Robo down on the water. And you would expect the Bengalis to use that bonus. They do have ships that regenerate HP. Yeah, that's probably it, isn't it? So they're probably going to want to do some water stuff. Masty pulling in an elephant like a pro there. As we've got Sully's Vills getting a little bit stuck on their way to take wood. Masty notices and just ejects them in and out of his town centre. That's some good team play going there. You can really see the eco lead for the players that get to dock. Just looking at the Vil counts, like these players on the water, like some people have got to make 5 fishing ships for Pete. It's pretty nice. And Pete, I think, almost the first to click up to the feudal age here. Yeah, he's going up, and we've got Zane going up as well as the Japanese player. So both of the players with the fish, the first to click up to the feudal age, which potentially means that they're trying to contest the water, maybe go galleys, maybe go fires. You often see in the 1v1 a bit more fires, but I think that you would imagine it's galleys here, just a larger distance between the players. Probably don't get as much value out of the fires. And Pete's going to drop a second dock. And a third. So yeah, I think we can say with confidence he's going to make some galleys. Zane, second dock. Zane walking up to potentially drop a third dock. Can't see what else that Vil would be doing. And I mean, this is what Team Emu like to do. Like Pete likes to boat. He's good at that. So this is his happy place, and he's going to do that to try and keep the rest of the team's fish safe. And they've got a lot of them. So yeah, there they are, first up. And it is galleys coming out of these docks, 3 for Zane. Pete's dock's not all producing at the moment, it doesn't look like. Maybe a bit low on woods. Maybe added a few too many fishing ships. Well, he probably has time to sort that out. The Japanese, of course, they will save wood with their lumber and mining camps, which will have been helpful for Zane in terms of squeezing out an extra galley. Meanwhile, Satsuma building a stable with a lot of villagers. Feel like his original plan was probably fast scouts, but because he's not docked, maybe not achieving the speed that he really wanted to here. Difficult to manage eco as well when you're in this middle position, in particular villagers on wood. And you can see he's kind of maybe overcompensating, like lots of villagers forced to go out to wood just because there isn't that much food left nearby. As we see the first galley fights, and Zane has the numbers here, and Pete's going to have to be careful. You can't retreat too far because that's where the fish is. But he does seem to defend reasonably well. Zane is quite far away from his reinforcement, so there's a decent amount of defender's advantage that you have here as the galley player. Blacksmith for Pete. Fletching is in. Fletching is also in for Zane. So both players just bobbing and weaving. And we got the first couple of Castle Age clicks from Masty and from Robo. Is Robo on stone? He is. So it is going to be Ratha as predicted. Also the advantage, I guess, of going for a unique unit civ up on the top like this is you get to protect the wood lines of the rest of your team if they're going to chop wood up here. Masty's on stone as well, so potentially thinking about going for rattan archers. But I would say definitely thinking about going for rattan archers up here at the top. And there goes Robo's castle. And Masty's castle not quite yet upcoming. He didn't quite send as many villagers to stone, but I suspect we'll see that one following soon. And Masty has spotted the castle, which Sully's scouts actually saw, but Masty pinged it. Meanwhile, Satsuma's scouts have managed to do a little bit of damage here. They've taken Sim off gold. Might get a vill or two here. Need to be careful because PB and Jam has a spear. Yeah, it gets a couple of villages there. So that's nice work from Satsuma. So yeah, it's kind of Scouts into camels from Satsuma, scouts into camels from Sully here. A little bit of a mirror. PB and Jam's making... Oh, PB and Jam is on Satsuma's team. Right, okay. That makes a lot more sense. But their armies have been separated here, and Sim is potentially going to be able to dive on the Archer Mass. I think that was maybe a little bit sloppy from Team Emu here for those armies to get separated and get caught out like that. But there are some distractions going on at home, like Sully's running around with scouts and stuff as well. Meanwhile, on the water, like we just saw Zane kill a few of PB and Jam's fish, but there's no decisive victory yet for the galley masses. 14 for Pete, 12 for Zane. Like at the moment, none of the players have taken huge losses. PB and Jam's lost 3 eco units, which I think are all fish. We did see Sim lose those villages on his gold/farms. Not a whole lot of damage just yet. We've got Masty adding a second town centre. Robo has done the same. There are Ratha now streaming across the field. The first few are about to arrive. And if there was intention of a team wall-off here, that has really not happened just yet. So they might be able to run through into the back and do some damage. Daisy wants me to look at the boats. Stop being such a Pete simp, Daisy. I'm not going to look where you want to look. And here come the Ratha. Getting a little bit of damage in on Sim's farms. Yeah, quite a few vills have been lost by Sim this game. I mean, he is Roman, so he produce a bit faster. He's got Tower up on his gold to get a bit more defense. Arobi's just gonna sit under that. That's an interesting decision. I think he might lose his Ratha for that. No, he doesn't. Ratha are really good. Who knew? Jeez. I love it. Like Team Liam strategy, or like, oh, let's ban Berbers so Robo doesn't play Camel Archers against us on Coaster Mountain, and they just give him Ratha instead. Oops. This is, I mean, Sully's Knights might clear PB and Jam up here. PB and Jam's not microing, really. And I guess the reason why Daisy wanted me to look at the boats is that Pete won the boats. And Pete's now going to clear up all the docks, and that's going to keep the fish safe, and there are still a fair few alive for Pete and for Robo. And yeah, Emu's team have done a lot of damage here. They've won water. They've done quite a lot of damage to the middle players on the land. We've got Satsuma now killing villages of Zane. Zane's not really transitioned to land army yet at all. See him adding a defensive town centre here. Yeah, just like quietly, Team Robo have killed about 20-25 vills. And just got a bit of a lead. They had more anyway from earlier and more players on fish, and they've just managed to make their early attacks count as well. Sully didn't manage to get a whole lot done with his scouts, and Masty's Rattans have largely been sat at home. We've got a few forward there now, but the thing is, the Rathas can just change to melee mode and mow these down, which is happening. Yeah, I think this is looking like exceptionally good for Team Robo. I think they could consider like placing some more forward walls to allow some more of their players to expand up to these areas. There is quite a lot of gold down on the bottom, to be fair, but the wood is incredibly inefficient. It's just, I guess, quite far to walk. Look where that is a wood line of a man who knows he's ahead in the game. Couple of nice forward archery ranges to push forward the momentum for Team Emu here. Robo pinging a group of Rattan archers, which are about to be joined by knights from Sully. Satsuma has 9 military units somewhere, but they're on the bottom of the map. The thing is, I think they're rather faster than knights. Yeah, 1.43 versus 1.35, so they can just run from knights, which in my mind is a bit mad. Like, a horse on its own being slower than a horse pulling a chariot? Really? Yeah. Maybe a little bit. You know, the speed could be nerfed a little bit there. Yeah, and the two armies, it's nicely grouped up from Sully and Masti, but it's unclear if they'll be able to find any damage whatsoever. Robo has a castle here, there are town centres as well. Masti might be planning on sneaking into the back here. In fact, I think that is his plan. I don't know if Robo's seen... No, that's a Satsuma town centre. That won't go up in time, I don't think. Yeah, it looks like they are going to run in the back here. Meanwhile, Zane is getting kind of massacred by Robo and Satsuma and PB&J. But we'll kind of let that massacre happen. I guess this is the questionable one. Robo's going to try and clear this up. The Ratha are going to engage in melee mode. The Rattans just need to stay out of the fight. I actually think if the Rattans fight the Ratha, they might be able to win that fight, but I guess defender's advantage. Masti knows that Robo will clear him eventually, so it's just trying to get as much eco damage as he can. It's a nice little choke point to sit in, actually. I don't know why Robo did those quick walls, really, but the house deletes come in, and that will be a clear up. Meanwhile, Zane is dead, like, so dead. 39 vills. By far the lowest of anyone in the game. And he has 3 town centres as well, so 36 eco units lost. Yeah, Sim and Zane have had a really rough game down at the bottom here. Like, Sim's eco KD 0.18, Zane's eco KD 436. It's, they've taken a heck of a lot of pressure down at the bottom here on this map. And I think that the reason why this has happened is crossbows. Archers into crossbows. Like, Masti's had ranged units, but they didn't come out until Castle Age. It's just really difficult to deal with archers. And Sim's going to lose a load of vills on that gold again. Didn't want to use his tower. All the vills die. He's on 40 now. Him and Zane are kind of having a battle to see who can be most dead. And they move on to Sully now. Sully's got some camels, but nowhere near enough. And he's got to fight Hindustani camels as well, which, you know, Malians will struggle to do in Castle Age before they have a shot at Farimba. There are some Rattans coming over now, which are a bit more difficult for this army composition to deal with. But, of course, if the Rattans are at home defending, then they're not forward, which is where they need to be to do any damage. And the camels will just run away. Monks and Siege coming from Zane. So PB and Jam's going to need to be a bit careful here. How's your micro, PB? Just get into spread, man, I think. No, no. Oh, that's I mean, if I hadn't been so far zoomed out, that would have been a clippable moment. Jeez Louise. Big splat. Well defended there by Sim and Zane and Sully. But, I mean, they're still behind. Still 50 eco units behind. And actually, they've called the game. After cleaning up the big crossbow mass in the back of their base, they've taken stock of their losses and they've been like, look, it's done. Maybe they saw this pile of Ratha about to come into the base. Maybe they saw this castle coming from Robo. But yeah, they just decided... Maybe they looked at the score, but they just decided it was done. It's 1-1. So, I was right about that. I was right about that. And these guys I was wrong about. So, Portuguese actually played and they won. Bengalis actually played and they won. Then I was right about that. I was right about that. I was right about that. I was wrong about Huns on a nomad map. Okay. Fair enough. So let's update the score. 1-1. So we'll be going to Cape of Storms. I mean, this drafting format leaves you in no doubt as to which civs are going to be played. So we can state with confidence it's going to be these. Gotta say, I like the civs for Team Liam a bit more, but only a bit more. Like, Italians are exceptionally good in the archer role on this map. Frank's one of the best paladin civs in the game. So it's pretty balanced. Pretty balanced. I just think Lithuanians do a lot of work here. Seems to be a lobby up already. Only Robo in it at the moment. He's raring to go. He's probably itching to play because he stayed up through the night and needs to go to bed. If I know Robo. I'm really interested in the Tatars pick. There's like Cape of Storms with the weird like hills on the water. I've never seen Tatars pick to utilize that aspect of the map. Be cool to see if it works. Okay, they're all in. Disappointed Invader has woken up. So Disappointed Invader is the only change it looks like for the side of Team Liam. Played against Disappointed Invader in a tournament before, I think. I think it maybe was Hidden Cup T90 community version. Maybe. No, it was TTL. TTL community version. Yeah, it is. It is. What's going on in Amy versus Fanji? I will watch Paradox's stream at some point, but I may as well get spoiled. 1-0 Stake. I don't even know who... Is Stake on Fanji's team? Stake's on Fanji's team, right? Can't believe you just said that you were on Stake's team rather than Fanji's team. I'm going to tell him that, Daisy. He's not going to be happy. It's not respecting your manager. I mean, don't apologize to me. I don't care. I'm just going to be toxic about it. Fanji's OP team is dominating to no surprise. Yeah, I think... yeah, I would be very surprised if Team Fanji doesn't win the tournament. But we you know, it's still day one. It's still day one. They might not win. All right, we're underway. Okay, 1-1. As we go into the final game of this set, it is on Cape of Storms. Very interesting hybrid map. You've got water down here with these massive hills. Look at that size of that hill. That's like the Everest of water hills. I'm pretty sure that physics does not allow for this. But I'm not a sailor. I am able to die in a clock tower game. So, sorry, who's playing where? PB and Jam is playing Italians at the front. It's very, very good civ on this map. If you can keep yourself alive, and you should, they've got like cheaper fishing ships, cheaper uptimes, strong archers. Very, very good for this role. Up against him is Disappointed Invader playing as the Byzantines. Obviously, powerhouse civ in terms of fire galleys, which we will probably see. But I would imagine maybe likely to open skirms on the front, so we'll see how that goes. Behind him is Sim, who's going to play as the Malay. That's probably the archer carry role. And Pete's maybe the archer carry role on the other side. He's playing as the Vikings. So different orders is what I'm noticing immediately. Like, we got the archer carry second for Team Liam, and the archer carry playing third for Team Emu. So they've got different thoughts about where the players should play. Satsuma's playing in the number 2 spot. Going to play as the Tatars. I imagine that's scouts, but we have discussed the hill bonus that the Tatars get, and maybe that's useful on water. Holy fucking boar, man. That boar might be dead by the time he gets it back. Yeah, actually, it's like totally worked out because now at least that ball will have decayed. Sort of. It's calculated. And Robo at the back is playing as the Franks, and Massey at the back as the Lithuanians. So I actually don't think we're gonna see much weird here. It's like Scout Archer. But I wonder if like we'll see like an attempt to squeeze out like an FC Knight sort of thing from Robo. Wonder if that's potentially his plan, or maybe just be a bit more greedy. Certainly this team seems to be of the mindset like stick your carry players at the back with a top tier Paladin Civ. Whereas other teams, I think, will play this map very differently. Like, there'll be some teams like the team that Turs is on, Noz is on, Stake is on, where I suspect we'll see the big players playing at the front, or the second position, looking to carry with big numbers of ranged units. So that's what I think makes these like mixed LO team game tournaments interesting. Like even where you've got like roughly equal skill differentials, like what those players at the top like to do is a little bit different. And Disappointed Invader is running forward. He is known for a bit of chaos, Disappointed Invader. I seem to remember him being quite chaotic when he played against me in a 1v1 tournament. And I think that we might be seeing a TC drop coming in on Satsuma. Is that a third boar? You get 3 boars on this map. Who knew? Right, is this going to go down? So Disappointed Invader, he's deleted his town centre. And he's running into Satsuma's town centre. And he's dropped it. Yeah. Sim Scout is forward to support. I think that this will go up, but I don't know why the scouts from his team aren't here to help. Like, if this is a planned strategy, where is Blue Scout? Where is Grey Scout? Where is Teal Scout? What the hell is going on? Oh my days. This might just be it. This might just be it. Satsy, what you doing, mate? Satsy, what you doing, mate? He could have killed it. What's he doing? Satsy, he's only got like 5 bills in there. It won't go down. It won't go down. Just put your bills back in. Okay. Well, that happened. And, you know, the plan worked, ultimately. Chaos, distraction. You lost 5 ills, but I think that we call that a success. Yeah? Dan MT in the chat earlier asked why we weren't seeing any TC drops, and we've seen one now. So I hope he stuck around to game 3, because that was a TC drop. Nice work, Disappointed Invader. Worth waking up for. Right, while all that was going on, there are some players in feudal age. So PB and Jam is dropping an archery range. Sim is dropping an archery range. Zane is dropping a stable. And Massey's dropping a stable and a blacksmith, which to me says maybe... Oh no, actually blacksmith as well from Zane. We might see some early Castle Ages. That might be the point of this thing that Disappointed Invader is doing. Got like 3 vills out of the town centre. Just like wandering around. That's so annoying. Satsy's chasing him with 5. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, Italians not docking is interesting. I agree, Riled. Yeah. I don't know if they've necessarily used their bonuses to the best of their ability there. I don't understand, like, if Pete's going to play the carry archer role, why is he not Italians? Like, they have better archers, and Pete's added fish. Oh, he's not playing that role. He's playing boats. I'm cooked. What's going on? I guess what this is showing me is that like how I expected this map to play out is like not how these teams expected this map to play out. Disappoint Invader's going to lose his wood line here, which, yeah, I mean, Satsi is repairing his TC now. He probably should garrison it as well, shouldn't he? I mean, but this will mean that Disappoint Invader can't repair. And that tower from Sim, I think it's quite a selfish tower. I mean, could it not have gone here? Oh, holy. Thank you to whoever in the chat said that. Why that has happened, I have no idea. Guys, I think we are going to see the first defeat of the tournament. And I think it is going to be our Australian friend, the Disappointed Invader. But, you know, two things. One, he can now go have his breakfast and get a shower and do what he wants to do with the rest of his Sunday. And two, I think it is very possible that the defeated player might end up on the winning side. It's possible. Where are the rest of his villas, by the way? He's got some here. Does he have 100 wood? He does. He has a lot of wood, actually. He doesn't have stone for a TC, but he can mine stone. He needs to ask his team where the stone is. It's like up here. It's up here, TDI. It's up here. And then he can build another TC. Meanwhile, there's a game going on, which I haven't really been looking at. We've got Sims making archers, which are being cleaned up by some Robo Knights. Masty also has some Knights. PB and Jam's coming forward with archers. Those archers are just getting fletching. I think that he's overextending, though. Like, he knows Masty has Knights on the field. And he's not... Yeah, patrolling into that wood line is a bit yikes, I think. There should be a clean-up here. Masty not microing away the weak knight, but that's fine. He's probably looking at other stuff. Adds a second TC. Loads of fish for Team Emu here, who I might have been calling Team Robo by accident throughout this game. And Pete sniped a lot of fish on the other side. Masty's fish is still alive. And Disappointed Invaders found the stone. Yeah, so his teammates told him where the stone is. He will have enough to get back in the game and make a TC. You can sling res for a TC, says Daisy. Interesting. I didn't know that, and I'm not sure if they will know that. They probably also don't think it's worth it. Like, Disappointed Invader probably just said, I've got enough stone for a mining camp and a town centre. Enough wood even. And so they're just like, oh, we'll just go do it. Pete's now in Castle Age as well. I'd hope that Pete's going to transition to land. Is he going to stay on boats? I'm not sure there's a real need to stay on boats. He is making longboats. There's a fire galley in the back that Robo's presumably going to tell Pete about. Yeah, that's going to go back to deal with that. This will probably be a win for Team Emu, but I do think that if Pete doesn't transition to land, it's like kind of a 3v3 on land when it could be a 4v3. There isn't actually very much water damage to be done at this point. The Sim's got a lot of archers, and PB&J, because he's been playing on the front, is not really anywhere near Castle Age, which is not his fault. He's been playing on the front, he's been under pressure. Yeah, this is a little bit why I said that Pete needed to be on archers. It's just like not having anyone on crossbowmen just makes this a bit tough to deal with. Maybe allows a route for Team Liam to get back in this game. Wood line of Robo coming under a little bit of pressure, and he is open at the back. I don't think he knows about that, but Zane running around at the back probably has told Masty. I imagine that this is something that Masty's team know about, because they seem to be moving towards the back quite deliberately. I don't think they'd be doing that if they didn't know that they could get in. Oh no, they're just going to break the wall. Fair enough. Yeah, and there's still a lot of pressure. And still no archery ranges from Pete. I'm going to keep banging on about it, but I do think this is a misplay. And PB and Jam's still not up. He can be up. I don't know why he hasn't clicked. He does now. Yeah. I think he didn't realise he was Italians there. It's easily done, to be honest. Definitely been there before. But yeah, I think Ryle made the point earlier that like Italians were picked pretty high, and they were obviously picked with this map in mind, but the Italian bonuses haven't really been used that well in my mind. Satsuma now on Cav Archers, which does make sense with the Tatars. That might also explain why Pete's not added range units, because you don't really need 3 players on ranged units. I think they're thinking about engaging here. Yeah, Robo's got a nice surround. Oh, that's not nice for Satsuma, though. There. Just buying time for the Mangonel. Oh, Pete stand ground patrolling with that Mangonel, and Sim was just not ready for 2026 unit control. And that Mangonel crept forward like no one's business. Oh my days. That was rough. But Sim, despite losing all of his army, and it's a little bit awkward saying this because he's lost all of his army, is on the way to Imperial. He does have 26 crossbows. Meanwhile, on Disappointed Invader Watch, booming back into the game with the Dark Age farms. You love to see it. And we've got an imp click from Pete. And that is a barracks. I think that's his first military building of the game. So not necessarily indicative of what he'll go for. And PB&J has now quite a lot of crossbows. I think PB&J and Satsuma have done a decent job to remain relevant after taking a lot of early pressure. But they are really going to need Robo and Pete's help to carry this and defend from this Arbalest push. They will break that range, I think, quite quickly. What have... I mean, no one's got stone for a castle yet. Team Robo have just not expanded up there. And Arbalest is super powerful if they're not going to run into an enemy castle. PB and Jam's just feeling like he has to trade his army here, and I'm not sure I agree. I'm just buying a bit of time for the Mangonel to come, but the Mangonel goes down too. I think they need to back up here, and they are doing so now. Where's Robo's army? Robo doesn't have army. Robo has 7 army. What's going on? A Team Emu throwing this? Pete's got crossbow coming in. He's got some ranges. Is this transition too late? He has a much bigger eco than Sim. But he's so much later to the upgrades. It's desperate. It's really desperate. The push is working. Zane and Sim coming forward. Huge armies. Arbalest, Mass Knights. And PB and Jam's running for his life. What a game. I think Liam's team are taking this game. Liam's team are taking this game. Arbalest now coming out for Pete. They are almost fully upgraded. Chemistry on the way. Push is stalling. They might have held here. And Sim's only got 18 more. Maybe that's enough. Have they done enough? I feel like if both Zane and Masty had been going all in Castle Age Knights with that might have won the game. But Masty was booming, and Zane did stop with the Castle Age all in to go to Imp as well. Meanwhile, Disappointed Invader is up to Castle Age. Be telling his team enthusiastically that he can re-enter the game soon. And Bitax for Disappointed Invader as well. 35 minutes. Second TC for PB and Jam. I guess he doesn't have access to his gold at the front, so guess he needs a TC to defend a gold / be near a gold, but I don't know. I think that you need to focus on just like getting to Imp any which way you can. I mean, he only has 53 vills, of which only 13 are on food, so it's tough. Thought they were, Utton. I thought they were. There was a period where Team Robo just didn't seem to have answers. Castle up at the back from Masty. Stone walls for Team Robo up towards the top. But Masty's Cavalier are getting in here. So those raids will happen. And yeah, to mean T-Robo doesn't have very much that can deal with Cavalier. Like, Pete's the only player in Imp, and his Arbalasts are forward. And it's Paladin coming in from Zane. Paladin coming in from Zane as we see the Cavalier dive on Satsuma's Cavalry Archers. Sim's got Archers and a Bombard Cannon. And Robo's army just... Team Emu's army just doesn't know where to be. Sorry, I keep calling Team Emu Team Robo. I apologise to Emu, who I know is in the chat, for that. Yeah, those Cavaliers have done a lot of damage, and all of a sudden Team Liam's team has a significant eco lead. Remember that lots of Team Robo's eco is fish. Lots of which are very inefficient. Only Robo has fish traps here, and it all seems to be falling apart for Team Robo. Yeah, I think you're dead too, Joey. Yeah. Huge numbers of Paladin, and like, this isn't Stonewall all the way. That house will just break, and then everything will die. Bombard Cannon coming forward, and there is still no castles from Team Robo. They haven't made it out to the stone. That fortified wall is walling them out of the stone area, and you can't get there because there's crap tons of Cavalier. Robo's only just clicking Imp now. This is done. This is done. Team Liam snatches victory from the jaws of defeat. And yeah, I think first of all, I think the TC drop kind of worked. It like looked really bad when it was happening, but it did kind of hold up PB and Jam and Satsuma, and allowed for the feudal war to, at least on land, be won by Team Liam. Then, I think Pete played water a bit longer than he needed to. Ah, look at that splat. That splat's bad. Yeah, Sully, I called it. Atten called me an idiot, but, you know, he's always wrong, isn't he? So, call him like I see him. I mean, ultimately, that TC drop should never have gone up. I think it was like 70% done with only 5 villagers alive, and Satsi had them all surrounded. None of them were walled in. Should have just been over. Pete's got a castle up now, but I mean, there's no army. There's no eco. Satsuma is fully dead. PB&J is mostly dead. Robius just not got the army that he needs to. He's still not in Imp. 7 seconds away. Is it just going to be Imp into GG? Robo can't afford Cavalier. And he's clicked Halb instead. It's over. It's over. I don't know how many times I can say it, how many different ways I can say it. This is 2-1 to Team Liam. Yeah, the GG's called. Wow. What a game. What a game. I think that's, it's still very early stages, but arguably game of the tournament so far. How did they lose that game, says Riled? I think Pete played water for too long. I think that the TC drop did more than we appreciated that it did at the time. Crazy game. Crazy game. I think both teams will be watching that back, trying to learn from it. Yeah, pleasure, certainly a pleasure to cast. Right, I imagine Paradox is still going, is he? Let's check. Well, we may as well update our little nonsense first. Okie dokie. So, Team Liam taking the first set of the tourney. I am going to send you to Paradox, I think. If I can remember how to do it. Is it /raid? /raid or /raid? Must be /raid, right? And I need to... Alright, I think that's us. Peace out.
Both sides done a phenomenal job.